Hello everyone. I'm going to be making a video today on how I made my 100 subscriber special, which was my cover of Content by Bo Burnham. I'm really happy with how it came out. This is my first time doing vocals in a track ever. I have never done any, singing classes or anything. This is, my first time ever. So, I guess let's do it. Okay, so basically, the instrumental is almost entirely Flex. Flex is awesome. All of these are Flex except for these three. We have this, just for the beginning. I did this, and then overlaid it with this. So together they sound like this. And I wanted this second one to kind of swell in, so I changed the velocity a little bit on these. And then I added this little pitch automation to make it so that it's not just full on punching you in the face when it first starts. And then for the drums, it's kind of the same the whole way through. I have this MIDI drum kit from Flex. I have this one from Spitfire Labs. It's a free plugin with a bunch of different instruments and stuff. It's really nice. And basically just doing the same thing. So together they sound like this. And then I did a very soft amen break, just kind of doing the same rhythm. So so far we have everything together like this. And then for the little high synth that comes in, I have two Flex things and this electric piano from Super Mario 64. So this goes along with the electric piano going like this. And I kept it like this for a while, but then very recently I added this, which is, or not recently, I mean late in production, so which is kind of like these two, but panned to each ear. It's mostly the same, except just with the decorations. And then for the big part at the end, I used another Flex instrument to do the chords. And then the chords are just kind of simple inversion so that the notes aren't too different. And then yeah, for this, I just had this mirror the vocals. Speaking of the vocals, we should move on to those. So the way I did it, kind of, is I layered two versions on top of each other for the main voice, and then just separately recorded the rest of it. it has some very slight auto tune on it, like barely noticeable, and some EQ. And then for mastering, I literally just put a bit of reverb on everything. So I have this low one.
If you'd have told me a year ago that I'd be locked inside of my home.
Which kind of sucks, and then the high one, which is better.
If you'd have told me a year ago that I'd be locked inside of my home.
And then so together.
If you'd have told me a year ago that I'd be locked inside of my home.
And then the low one is panned more to the right, and the high one is panned more to the left. And then obviously I just have these.
I would have told you a year ago. Interesting, now leave me alone.
And yeah, it was pretty fun doing these. To figure out all of the like harmonies, like this one.
Doggo's been a little depressed.
To figure out the harmonies, I listened to a YouTube video that was just like kind of the stems of Inside on Netflix, and they took those and made basically just like a bunch of instrumentals of all of the Inside songs, but they still had the background vocals. So I just listened to those to make this. And then what I said about this part, like mirroring the vocals, like this part. This mirrors the high part, and then this mirrors the low part. The low part being like the harmony.
Daddy made you your favorite open wide.
Juxtaposed against this.
Daddy made you your favorite open wide. Here comes the content.
And then here it still mirrors it like this.
It's a beautiful day to stay inside.
I've never really done one of these videos before, so I'm not very good at it. But the way that I record all these in is you right click one of the tracks and then track mode audio track, and then you choose like insert one or whatever, and then you click this, right click or click on this, and then click on this for in one, and then it just starts recording. I just put all the most of the like decorative parts in this song are just using the Flex Rhodes piano, which is really good. I'm just gonna go through all the instruments really quick. Rhodes piano. Which is really good for chords and melodies and stuff. There is the thing I used for the bass, which is part of Flex Arcson Cityscape, which is just kind of like a synthwave bass. Dark Chocolate is kind of the same, but just more like resonant, I guess. There's this one called Fairy Sparkle. Like most of these, I think, are from Arcson Cityscape, except for the Rhodes and the drums. But yeah, this is just like a weird synth thing that has a really long decay time. There's this electric piano, the famous one from Super Mario 64. The Labs drum kit is just like kind of a MIDI drum kit, and then the blue accordion that I did the chords with for the content part. This is the Flex drum kit, which I made really quiet, the Amen break, and then just the piano that I already showed. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Shorter video today, because I don't really have any ideas, but I opened a Discord server that you guys can join if you want. The link should be in the description or in my channel bio. It's a server with me, Austin, and Ben. So yeah, go check that out if you want to. And then I'll link the actual video for the song. And yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys.